Judy, after serving more than 4 decades in Congress and in the Senate since 1996, Dick Durbin is calling it quits when his current term ends in January of 2027. Today, from the backyard of his home here in Springfield, he reflected on his decision and those who would like to replace him. From the back porch of his home, where he launched his successful bid for Senate back in 1995, Dick Durbin talked about his decision to call it a congressional career when this term ends.
I'm 80 years old, all right? I feel good and strong and healthy and go to work like I'm supposed to, travel back and forth to Washington every week. But I had to project forward. The campaign's going to last 2 years, and then you're going to serve 6 years.
Standing with his wife Loretta, Durbin said he has already heard from a number of his would-be successors.
I'm not planning on endorsing any particular candidate. I hope I don't have to, but I'm not ruling out the possibility in an extreme case. I just think it's up to the voters, the Democratic voters, to make this choice.
But he advised any candidates to work the entire state, a strategy he believes has been important during his tenure in the Senate.
We did some polling after 10 or 12 years I've been in the Senate, and we asked the voters, where do you think Durbin's from? The people in Chicago said, well, of course he's from Chicago. The people downstate said, well, of course he's from downstate. And I said, whatever we're doing, keep doing it.
How much did President Donald Trump and the tension in Washington factor into his decision to retire?
Well, it played against my decision. The madder I got about what Trump is doing to this country and to the Constitution, the more I wanted to serve and not step aside.
Durbin, wearing a tie that says Obama 08, greeted supporters who joined him in his backyard and said what has motivated him all these years is getting things done.
I look back, for example, on something I did in the House of Representatives. It seemed almost inconsequential to ban smoking on airplanes. It ended up being a tipping point.
Durbin, reflecting on the current state of politics, recalled something his predecessor Paul Simon told him.
He said in 1994, there's too much meanness in politics. Oh, Paul, if you can only see it today, you wouldn't believe what's going on. And millions of dollars are being spent to muddy people up and to destroy their reputation in the community.
Durbin says he will work hard until the end of his term.
I have a lot of ambitions and things I'd like to see improved in this country. I'll get a chance to work on some of them before I leave, some of them I won't. But at some point, you've got to come to trust that the next generation will feel as you do and work hard to get things done. There's a sign here in the garden in Durbin's front yard that says everything will be okay, and that seems to be how he feels about his decision to retire when his term is up. Durbin is already flying back to Washington, and from there he will be going on to Rome for Pope Francis's funeral, which is Saturday.